Today we are going to continue the session on C programming. In this session we are going to cover functions. So now let us open up the terminal app. Let us create a new file named as functions. I'll type in okay. So now why do we need functions? First we'll take an example of printing 40 dashes. Okay. So I can use for loop for this. For int I equals to 0, I less than 40 and I plus plus. I'll print one dash and give a new line after that. So let us test this code. This is the function. Okay. Compile it again. There are no errors. I'll run it, execute it. Okay. It printed 40 dashes. Open up the file. Now I'll print this 3 more times. So I have 5 lines. I'll paste it 3 more times. Okay. I'll compile it. There are no compilation errors or warnings. Okay, it's printing the dashes. Now you see that I'm using the same set of code everywhere in my whole program. That's why my code is looking big, right? And if I want to change the number of dashes I want to print, I have to change it 4 times. If I want to give 30, here and here. Now imagine if I have 10 lines, okay, 10 set of code. So I have to change the value 10 times, right? So the better way is to create a function. So first we'll see the simple way of a function which does not have any arguments and return type. Okay. So I'll give the function's name as print dashes. Okay. Now this is how we define a function. Now I'll copy these 5 lines and paste it here. This is the function type, void. Okay. Now I'll delete these. So I'll call that function print dashes. Now see that my program is small. So I'll run this code, compile and execute this code. There are no errors. A.out. Okay, it's working. Now I'll print a triangle using the function To print a triangle, I'll pass in a parameter for the function. I'll give int number of dashes, and instead of 40, I'll use number of dashes. Number of dashes. And here I'll type in a for loop. I'll have int I equals to, I'll take 40, and then give I greater than 0, and I minus I to decrease the value by 1, and I'll pass in I in it. Okay, so let us test this code. This is C functions. Let's see. There are no compilation errors or warnings. Okay, it's working. Now I'll create a function with parameter and its return type. So I'll create a separate function to add two values. So I'll give the return type as int because the value will be integer, and then I'll give the function's name as add. Then I'll give the parameters. I'll give num1 and num2. Num1 and integer num2. So I'll also take a variable known as sum. I'll give sum equals to num1 plus num2. Now I'll give the return statement. So I'll use the return keyword and sum. I'll comment the code to print a triangle and call the sum function. Add function. I'll also take a variable here known as sum, and then I'll pass the parameters as 5 and 4. I'll assign the data into sum and print the sum. I'll give sum %d. I'll give the \n and sum. Okay. Now let us test this code and compile it. Functions.c, and then over here there are no errors, so I'll compile it, execute it. A.out. Okay, it's giving sum as 9. It's working. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found this video interesting.